Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt, and I was given a review copy of Terminus Adventures in the Eversprawl, a 268-page PDF. And what is it? Okay, it says that it is a cyber horror setting compatible with FazeRip, which is Marvel's old superhero rule set. So use the FazeRipopedia, another 25 bucks on Drive-Thru RPG, and you'll have the rule set to run this. At 268 pages, it's a whole lot. Okay, that is a full book in itself. So you're not just getting somebody's little 20-page, nonsense. Comes in black, white, and what I would call biohazard green, that kind of glowy lime green, as its main colors, which is kind of neat. Layout, art, all great. The front page, dude with skulls and guns and a big old knife and a big old grrr on his face, just kind of let you know, boom. So it opens up with, warning, Terminus is a silly fictional game. It must be said, especially nowadays, that the setting is quite grim and contains potentially offensive elements. This game should be restricted to those individuals who are mature enough to handle its content and appreciate the satirical commentary it offers. It is not suitable for children or individuals who are easily offended by 90s-style role-playing games. It contains many satirical elements that modern gamers may find offensive. I certainly don't condone violence, racism, bigotry, slavery, or drug-taking in real life of any kind. Please remember that this is simply a game meant to be played in one's imagination, preferably with a small group of friends while enjoying a slice of pizza. So if this upsets you, simply put the book down and try another game. It is recommended that you maintain a respectful attitude when playing this or any other RPG. It's really that simple. That is their warning up front, okay? This is not suitable for all audiences. Not meant to be a standalone book, and it explores the morally ambiguous nature of anti-heroes. Yes, they can be selfish and malicious. Conversely, they might be also individuals who aim to assist the city's inhabitants in eradicating corruption and overthrowing its malevolent rulers. The decision on how to proceed is in your hands. Okay, there you go. It's gritty, it's violent, it's dark. There's a lot of dark to it. Character creation doesn't start until page 73. They spend, maybe a couple of pages on giving you an idea of the warning or whatever. But the rest of it, about 70-ish pages, is all just world building, telling you how awful this place really is. You are basically dumped into a city with very little knowledge of how you got there. Hardly anybody is born there because the thing is so polluted that there's really low birth rates and there's kind of high death rates. There's only 3 sources of food. There's some kelp or something that's in the highly polluted canals in the lower areas. And in some of the even lower areas, there's some red stuff that just kind of oozes out of cracks in the concrete. And that can be harvested and boiled. And the third type is, there are rumors that some people are eating some of the other people. Just rumors, though. Don't worry about it. Just be careful. Watch out. Watch your back. Keep your knife handy. Trust no one. So, yeah, dark. It's basically a hive city built upon the remains of an alien city. And nobody remembers how they got there. There's no escape. There are aliens that can come in, and they're, of course, horrible. One of the alien factions are called the Gaunts. And they remind me of the aliens in the movie Dark City. In fact, being in a city where you can't escape, and it's not exactly Earth-like, because there's some weird things going on, reminds me of the movie Dark City, which was underrated, should have been a major hit. Really cool if you can find yourself a copy. One of the little quotes, a little flavor text. Remember in Aliens how in space no one can hear you scream? On one of the pages, in Terminus, everyone can hear you scream, but no one gives a blank, because I don't swear on my videos. There are multiple character classes. There's multiple different, notably different locations within this horrible city. There's different factions, from gangs to corporations to alien overlords that are rarely seen and almost never met. They just, there's some big thing that floats slowly across the sky that you can't see because it's always cloudy. Some kind of weird, it's like a stone face, and there's maybe aliens in it, just lurking above you. There are a few monsters, and of course the monsters are horrible things, but most of the monsters you're going to face are your fellow residents of this dark and troubled place. So maybe you're going to try to topple the gangs and deal with the corrupt constabulary, and maybe get some sort of a positive influence for the city. Or maybe you're just going to be another ganger or cultist or something. Maybe you're going to dabble, well, probably you're going to dabble in some of the biotechnical cybernetic implants, and maybe you'll get weird powers. Pretty much, once you get into character generation, you get your attributes, you get a couple of weird powers from mutations, etc. You get a few limitations. You're likely to get a derangement of some sort, just to start off with. And then maybe some equipment if you're lucky. Not necessarily, but maybe. And an enemy or so assigned to you. Well, this game looks like it could really go into an intense place for your players. Ultimately, it's not going to be one I'm going to end up playing, because, my group is not going to take this sort of route. If it's a sort of route that you think you might be interested in, especially using phase rip as its set of mechanics, go for it. I'll provide the links to Terminus on DriveThruRPG and a link to Phase Ripopedia on DriveThruRPG down below, so you can check it out yourself. Thanks. DM Kurt, out.